If there's some wood to touch around, I'll say, it's pretty much bulletproof. And even with different cast members, different band members, the show has that certain shape which gets people, and it gets them excited, and they go out feeling happy, and that's all you could want, I guess.
I've seen the show a lot of times. Tonight, the sound was great, and that's my main thing. I sit next to Ben and Brian, and I just wanted to sound good, like a rock show. And tonight, I thought it sounded great, and I was very pleased. I couldn't pick a hole in it. I was very proud of it, and I think we've got a great cast. It's a very good night out.
It's purely for entertainment. It has a satirical basis, a fun satirical basis. If you seek to look for it, it's set in this future world where all musical instruments are banned because the corporate machine is producing entertainment for the kids purely for profit, and so they plan the charts years in advance, and they're scared stiff that the kids will buck the trends and ruin their marketing plans by writing their own songs. So instruments are banned, but as you know, legend has it that this mighty guitar has been left buried in rock by a hairy rock god, and he who will draw it from the stone and play the mighty riffs will save the kids, and a new age of rock will be dawned. Very silly, a little touch of sort of pop idol satire in there if you want to see it. Look, it delivers an enormous amount of value for money, huge sets, vast pyrotechnics going on, and of course some of the greatest popular music ever written in the vast Queen pantheon. But honestly, you get good reviews, you get bad reviews. In the long run, you can only hope to entertain, and Queen and We Will Rock You has never failed to get a standing ovation anywhere in the world. So, I'm very proud of it, and I'm thrilled that you enjoy it so much.
Oh, it's just fab, and the music is so wonderful. It's music that you would choose to listen to whatever mood you're in. It's just uplifting, and I'm lucky that I'm playing a role that is, angry enough that if you're not having a good day, you do it justice, and sort of angry enough that you're having a good day, it doesn't really matter, because I think I'd kill myself if I was Mary Poppins.
Rock You will always have a really special place in my heart. It was my first West End show, and I couldn't believe that I was getting to work with, the icons of Brian May and Roger Taylor and Ben Elton, of course. And I think everybody who's ever done the show will say the same thing. It really will stay with you forever. And yes, the critics did slate it, but it did do 12 years. And actually, I think, as it showed on the final night, it could have gone on for longer.
I have such a love for rock and roll that, to get a chance to do these songs, and really that last 20 minutes of the show kind of turns into my own rock show. And being a singer-songwriter, it kind of gives me a place of satisfaction of personally doing something that, once the story has ended 20 minutes before we do, We Are the Champions and Bohemian Rhapsody, it gives me a chance to do what I would normally do in a show of my own. So it's a real cool thing to be a part of, telling a story, making a believable character, and then transferring over to what I do outside of the acting realm.
It was just such joy. Do you know what I mean? The Queen music it's so theatrical, and it just lends itself to the stage and to a story, and it was just absolutely phenomenal, and getting to wear those crazy costumes. I just loved it, absolutely loved it.
I'm not that interested in going to sort of see, wasn't it awful when we were, plays, and oh my God, it leaves me cold. I am old-fashioned showbiz. I mean, some nights it's impossible to hear, because normally when you've got a rock band, you would have in-ear monitors and you'd be able to hear yourself, and we don't have the luxury of that. They've crossed two worlds here, because we've got the rock world, but set in a musical. So therefore, some nights it's just luck of the draw, actually, that you're singing the right tune. No, it really is. Sometimes I look at the audience like, am I doing this right? I have no idea. And also, of course, the other problem is that it's not a problem, but I mean, everybody in the auditorium knows every word to every song.
Oh my goodness, I mean, the end of Rock You is just phenomenal. When it goes into Bohemian Rhapsody or Bo Rap, Champions, phenomenal. I mean, they really, really are. And I think that's what's great about theatre, is when you have got your live muses on stage, it's just something else. And we have a bit of a rock concert boogie at the end of this. I want to see you on your feet.
Absolutely. I mean, first of all, you can't deny that these songs are absolutely some of the best rock pop songs ever written. And when you have that, and yes, our storyline is silly, but we're not trying to take ourselves too serious. And I think that's what breathes a sort of relaxed environment for our audience. Being the only American in this show, I was told that the British audiences are a little bit stuffy, they're a little bit more reserved, but we're fortunate that We Will Rock You either doesn't attract those kind of audiences, or it allows those audiences to become free and want to be a part of our show.
This is not Sondheim, and it's totally on its own, it's totally unique, and I think the average theatre goer or, you know, the average critic would find this completely removed from what they're used to, and it's a shock. And it's what a lot of people wouldn't even call it musical theatre. It is a rock show. We are, you know, we're not mainstream in that way, but it has appealed to the masses. It's appealed to Joe Public. And I honestly think that this is the show that men will go to. So I think you've got a lot of women that go, I want to go in the theatre, you never take me out, and the husbands will go, all right, well, I'll go, but only if we go and see that one, because it's cool in the world of the straight man, is it not?